Hey everyone, welcome back to the Swish Nomad podcast. It's the 18th episode, and with me they are the Nigerian Queen OG and
Hello.
Mr. Angola P-Funk.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
Jonathan, and I'll be your
18. We
host for
made it to
tonight.
18.
I'll be your host for
I
tonight,
just
and
want to say to our fallen soldiers, Deji and Marcel, what's going on? Where you at?
They're
Say
having third world problems.
third world problems,
We leave it
actually.
at that. We leave it at that.
Yeah,
We leave it
yeah,
at
it's
that.
true, it's
We
true,
leave
it's
it at
true.
yeah.
that.
Okay. So how are my co-hosts doing for today? You people good?
I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long week, and we have the Oh my gosh, Sahara Conference starting. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a busy week ahead. And last week was busy, but I feel like towards the end of this week, it's going to be nice and chilled. So I'm looking forward to that.
I
What
mean,
are you, P-Funk?
I don't know what the BAL did. I mean, the first game is going to be Angola versus Cape Verde. Come on, man. This is like it's kind of like Civil War. This is Civil War for us because I don't know, like, now for real. I don't know how other like French speaking countries are. You guys, we only five. We meant to
Mm,
get along. We only five, and then if you think about it, like only three play basketball. The other two don't really play. So
mm.
there's like a rivalry, like a friendly, brotherly, sisterly, like rivalry. But then, yeah, hey, it is what it is. There's no draws. Unfortunately, there's no draws in basketball. So some of us got to,
Facts.
yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, one must win and one must fall.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so before we go on to with the podcast, I'd like to ask all our followers to like, to follow, to subscribe, and to share if you like what you're seeing, what you're hearing. And we'll jump to the hot topics. The first hot topic, the only hot topic of the day is, I guess everyone just followed during the week. It was the FIBA Women's AfroBasket draw. 12 teams.
Whoop, whoop.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. Four groups.
Yes. Yes.
Four groups and intense rivalries. Intense. It's gonna be intense. I tell you. So many rematches, so many remakes, so many things we'll be seeing in Abidjan. So, what do you think about it, Carol?
I think first thing I want to do is just recap who's in what group. So Group A, Cote d'Ivoire, Angola, and Egypt. Group B, Mali, Cameroon, and South Sudan. Group C, Senegal, Uganda, and Guinea. And Group D, Nigeria, Mozambique, and Rwanda. So everyone was talking about what's the group of death. I think it's Group D. Nigeria, powerhouse. Mozambique, powerhouse. Rwanda, up and coming powerhouse. It's
True.
going to be tough to get out of that group. And like I said before, it takes one bad game from Nigeria. And I think the crown is anybody's.
True.
Like that's, I think it's interesting to have Angola, Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, because Cote d'Ivoire is obviously going to show out against, or they're going to try and show out against Angola and Egypt. I think Egypt is stronger this time
True.
than in 2021. I'm sorry, 2023. So we need to watch out for them because they are quietly confident, but they should be because they've got a lot of talent. And if Yana Elfi also joins the squad, I mean, what are we saying here? They're, they're a force to be reckoned with. Then in Group B, Mali, Cameroon, South Sudan. South Sudan, first AfroBasket, but we saw what they did in the qualifiers. They did not come unprepared. These ladies are ready to do battle, and I'm really excited to see what they bring to the table. They are long, lean, athletic, and hungry. And I think the matchup between them and Mali is gonna be nasty because Mali has that experience of playing together. They know basketball in and out. And Sika Kone, that WNBA experience, I think that's a game to watch. And let's not sleep on Cameroon. They're young and up and coming, but they've got some stars on their team as well. Group C, Senegal, Uganda, Guinea. I did say in the last podcast that I think Senegal is on the decline. I'm gonna stick on that remark. I haven't seen anything from Senegal that makes me think that they're gonna blow us out of the water. The thing with them though is it's expectation. Everybody expects them to finish on the podium. I think this is the AfroBasket where they don't finish on the podium. In that group,
Ooh.
yeah, I think Uganda bests them. I think Guinea comes very close. I think they'll make it to the next round, but I don't think they get out of the playoffs. And then yeah, like I said, that group D, I I will not be shocked if Rwanda does a madness on Mozambique. I will not be shocked because they have been working and building something. And this is what we've seen consistently during women's Afro basket and women's African basketball is federations have invested in these women. They've invested in these teams. And we are reaping the benefits of that by having very, very competitive games at the Afro basket. So
Absolutely.
boy, I can't wait. These matchups are going to be a mezzanine.
Okay, you said I was under the assumption that Group B was the group of death. But
Hmm.
yeah, no, no, no. But I mean, I'm a person to say when someone explains to me that I was wrong, I'll be like, listen, I was wrong. Group D is a group of death, and then we don't know which format because it's four groups, four teams, so
Mm.
only two qualify. That's what I'm expecting. Not like the other tournaments that like the first two and the best third or whatever, two best third.
Yes.
So I think now it's gonna be two, 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 two to make eight.
Yeah.
So I mean someone is staying home from that group, you know.
Do you think Cote d'Ivoire comes out of their group? Because they're the home nation. We kind of need them to come out.
I mean, listen. Um, okay, you were raving about the NCAA champ, this and that. She won, yeah, she. But Angola has some killers. We got some killers back home, and we got some killers, some young ladies in the states.
Mhm.
We got a girl that just graduated from University of Florida. We got a girl, Idaho. I think it's Idaho, yeah. And then we got another girl that they're just gonna go to D1 now. That plays at a JUCO level. We got Sara Caetano. She plays in Portugal now after playing in France for so many years. We got our killers, Italy Lucas. We got
Mhm.
Evelina Pezo. We got Christina Matikit. We
Mhm.
still have
Love
Nadir
Tina.
Manuel. So we have one girl that might she's like a 6'6" forward. She's going. She's
Mm.
she she's been in
Ooh.
the States for a couple of months. She already got two. No, her name is I don't want to go. Okay, Miraldina Buichi. That's her name.
Mhm.
She did U16 and U18. Killer, killer. So we
Mm.
do. Coach Paloma says is going to have a hard time picking a 12. You know,
Mm.
but if Cote d'Ivoire, okay, they got the home court advantage. That's.
Yes.
But hey, the crowd is they don't play. You know,
Mm.
they can cheer all you want. If you're being locked, you can cheer all you want. If Cassia Antonio is crossing you up and hitting a three in your face, that's it. So I'm just saying, like I'm anticipating Angola and Egypt going through in Group A, Mali and Cameroon going through in Group B,
Okay.
Senegal and Uganda Group C, and then
Senegal, Uganda.
oh hell yeah,
Really?
hell yeah.
You don't think South Sudan's going through?
I mean, is Wayne Gabriel playing?
Don't say that. Did you watch it? Hold on. First of all,
Come
rude.
on, come on.
Rude. Did you watch them in the qualifiers?
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a lot of practice players. You do well in practice. When you get to the big show, I'm just saying, like Uganda, Cameroon. Yeah, you're right. Cameroon may be out. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, Cameroon, South Sudan. Yeah. Once again,
Oh,
I beg, I can say that I was wrong again. Yeah, yeah. South Sudan. Yeah, yeah. And then Senegal, Uganda, and then the group of death.
Hmm.
Then I mean, Nigeria got to. I mean, come on. I mean, we don't. I'm not gonna fool myself thinking that Nigeria's gonna all of a sudden forget how to play ball. No, they're not.
No,
You
they're
know.
not going to forget, but they could have a bad game.
Yeah, but in one
Like
bad game doesn't mean. So if they play, how many games they play in the first round? They got to be like,
they're going to
two,
play two, so they
yeah,
play each
two
team once.
games.
yeah, once, and then yeah. I mean, yeah, one bad game, and then true, true, one bad game they can be out. True, depends on. I would say Nigeria, Mozambique.
Sorry, I just read something. So the winners of each group automatically qualify for the quarterfinals, while the second
Mhm.
and third place team in each group will play a qualifying series for the
Ah,
quarterfinals, with the winners
okay.
advancing to the last eight. So it's actually only the only the person who comes top of their
Okay.
group that's going straight to the quarters.
I
I
got
think that makes things a little bit more interesting, to be fair.
true, true, true. Because it can't be like, oh, you gotta like, okay, you got lucked out like in one game, and then all of a sudden, yeah, true, true,
Mm.
true. Okay.
Okay, okay. So now it's about who can go toe to toe for the longest time. It isn't just
Okay,
one and done.
let's think about. Let's take a step back in time. Okay, in 2023, uh, Cote d'Ivoire beat Angola in the group phase. Okay,
They
Luck,
did. No, what do you mean?
it
Did you
it
watch
was
the
a
game?
3 point win, but
luck.
still uh, they won. Luck or not, if they won the game. Now they're in front of they will be in front of the public. They will be home. Do you think that they're still relying on luck? I don't think so. Second thing, that was the first remake. Okay, the second one was I'll just tell you, Senegal and Uganda.
Mm.
Okay, I think they're meeting this time again. Okay, so there's some
Mhm.
revenge in the air, some
True.
some revenge to be had here. Okay, but considering that Uganda is on the rise and Senegal
Mhm.
is on the decline, I'm saying Uganda.
Mhm.
My
I
money's on
said
them.
it.
My money's
Mhm.
on them. Uh, let's just say for Group D, my take is Nigeria will won't have a bad day. They never have a bad day.
Okay.
As far as I
They never
remember,
have a bad day. It's
they won't have a
crazy.
bad day. Okay, Mozambique is on the decline. Mozambique is. It's time for. They need to bring new players. They've been
Yeah,
leaning
the
on
rebuild kind of thing.
the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
players
it's true.
for so many years, and now these players are tired, aging, and all that.
Mm.
I'm not. I'm saying that they still can play, but can they support the pressure of a 2 week tournament? That's another question. So
Mm.
for me, Nigeria and Rwanda will make it. Will be the first two, and what order? That's another question. But the surprise for me would be Cote d'Ivoire beating Angola again. This is my surprise bet. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Wait. Okay,
He's
listen. You
putting it
know,
in the
we
air.
talking about Angola, the same Angola who finished 10th out of 12 teams. We finished 10th.
Mhm.
So it was. Hey, listen, it's not going to happen again. Come on, you know exactly. I mean, it was a unbelievably bad showing for Angola. And
Mhm.
then even though they beat us, we still finished in front of them, in front of Ivory Coast. We don't care if they play home; they can play. Listen, we because I would say, yeah, they do have an advantage in terms of, like I don't know, because basketball is not, it's not an exact science and say, okay, we in this place in the rankings, we're gonna win. No, no, no. We can have bad games, you
Mm.
know. But I think Angola has a very, very potent inside game, and we have very like really, really good guards. So I think we might be missing in the like 2 and 3. Depending
Mm.
if you put Italy Lucas at the 2, and then you have Casio bringing the ball up, because now we have girls that compete with these girls in the states. Because before,
Mm.
all the Angolans did would play at home. It was like Primeiro de Agosto, Inter Primeiro de Agosto. Now it's different. Now
Mm.
they go up against the Nigerian players that are in the states, the Senegalese players in the states, the Mali players that are in the states. So competition wise, we're more adapt to what 2025 is going to bring. But like I said, if they beat us, they're going to have to play a heck of a game. It's not going to be easy.
That's for
Facts.
sure. But something I didn't talk about was that but Group B. This will be very very
Hmm.
interesting to follow because South Sudan is a newcomer, so they're in this need to prove that they belong here and all that. Uh, are we having too much expectations for them? I don't know. Okay, but The fact is, you have Mali,
Mm.
you have Cameroon in this. It's no walk in the park. I'm not sure we'll even we'll finish third. That's my take. Sorry to South Sudanese people. You're amazing. You have amazing teams, but this is how I see the things. Because you still have to play Cameroon. Cameroon is a team that just comes and does the job, but they too can
Fair.
have a bad day, bad basketball day, and you see them crumbling. This is what happened in 2023. It happened
Mm.
once to five. They fell, and
Mm.
everyone was waiting for them on the podium, but they didn't end up there. Okay.
But can
Ironically,
I
it's
make a suggestion?
yeah.
I think that South Sudan is better coached than Cameroon. And I think that's what might make the difference. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Is the coach gonna play? Gonna play?
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's I don't think it's about whether the coach is going to play. I genuinely think it's about having a coach who understands different systems, understands
got
different styles of play, and knows how to use the weapons on their team.
you. I
And I
got you.
think too much in African basketball in general, we don't build up our coaches to know those things. They
True.
coach in one way, one style only, and if that doesn't work, they're just like run the floor. That's it. Whereas in women's basketball, we're seeing with the Nigerian coach, with the Rwandan coach, that actually there are styles of play and you have to adapt your team to who you're playing on the floor. I
Yeah.
think South Sudan and Uganda are very good examples of that. And we saw that in the Zone 5 qualifiers. That is why they were able to beat Egypt because I think Egypt is very used to playing the same people over and over again,
True.
playing the same style, and they did not adapt. When Uganda was coming at them, they didn't know how to counter. I think that this is what's going to be the difference.
Okay.
Okay.
I see you. I see you. I understand. And then also, I forgot to mention that, like the luck of the draw put Angola in Group One, in Group A, because it's like Cote d'Ivoire, Angola, and Egypt is ninth place, 10th place, 11th place. We got this. Angola in
Oh.
five. Come on, it was honestly that's the easiest group. If we don't make it out of that group, it will be problems. Come on,
Yeah, to be fair, it is
yeah,
quite an easy
you
group.
know, come on.
Who else could you have wanted that was easier? Like it's yeah.
Congo is not there. They're not there. You know,
Yeah.
they
No.
were last.
I,
They were last place last. You
I'd have
know,
said Kenya, who didn't even qualify. That's
yo, no, but
like
Kenya got some killers. Those there's this six
yeah.
eight girl
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
Medina
Yeah,
Okot. Yeah.
you know, like I'm
Didn't she
telling
just
you.
choose she just chose a school?
A
Or
school,
she
yeah,
just
she went to.
yeah,
I don't know. She went somewhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
you know, if and then also you mentioned Jonathan was mentioning Mozambique. Mozambique got some killers playing in college. Honestly,
But they're not bringing them back to play. That's the problem. I feel like they keep relying on the same players, and those players are aging out, and they're not
True.
finding a way to transition between young and old.
but you know what? Let me tell you something. Every year we hear the same. Oh, Mozambique's not playing because of money issues, whatever. And then miraculously the money appears. So if like 2 3 days before the competition they don't know who's going to play, if they're going to play, how are they going to bring somebody from the states, fly him out? You know, so it's complicated. I
Mhm,
think because when this thing happens, I was like, okay, don't you have a budget? Don't you
mhm.
plan? Don't you know which tournaments you're gonna have this year? Because it's not like in Europe that every year there's an under 16, every year there's an
Yeah,
under 18. No, we have specific tournaments on certain like years, so we
Specific
know what's
years.
gonna happen. Yeah,
specific years. Yeah,
yeah, you
so we
know
can
what's gonna
plan
happen.
ahead of time. Yeah,
Exactly. Oh no, there's no money, this and that, whatever. Oh then, oh yeah, a meeting at the finance ministry, whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, money appears. We're going. No training camp, no anything,
that's
and
what
then
I'm saying. And
no,
what's crazy to me is that like then they're disappointed with the result. How can you be disappointed
no,
with something you never planned for in the first
yeah,
place?
true, true. It's the way these girls do. Honestly, like it's they should be praised. Like getting
Mm,
fifth place with no training camp. Oh yeah, you playing whatever come. It's yeah, it's
yeah, and we'll just figure it out when we get there.
there
We'll
you
just,
go.
like what?
There you go. Yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
this point, they're just miracle workers. Like,
Yeah, but
I was going to ask a question.
shoot.
Um, who do you think will be in the top three? I don't think like like who's going to get gold, but who do you think will be the three teams who actually are the top three from this women's AfroBasket?
You start.
Okay, Nigeria, because I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to say Mali because I also think that's a very obvious one, and I'm going to say Uganda. And I think maybe it's because I'm willing them to be there, but I think one of the things I've seen from the Ugandan federations, the Gazelles, is that they have put in work every year to build these women up and to get them to where they are, to the point that they have the confidence and the skill set and the support to come to the next AfroBasket. And I think that's the same thing that they did with Rwanda, and that's why Rwanda came fourth. For me, it will be between Uganda and Rwanda who takes that third spot. I think Uganda has more talented players as a whole than Rwanda does.
Can Jonathan? I'm going to ask OG
Yeah,
something.
Okay.
please.
Who goes to the? Because since not AfroBasket is just for like for ego trip, whatever. Like say like come on, we don't. It doesn't qualify for anything. We
No,
got
it
to be
doesn't.
honest. Doesn't qualify for anything. So it's just for hey, listen, hey, I won. Whatever, I have one more. South Sudan is gonna. They want to put their name on a mat, like the same as the
Yeah.
boys. The
Yeah.
boys did it, so hey, it's they want to do it. But I would say Nigeria number one,
Mhm.
and then I think this year is going to be a Portuguese speaking AfroBasket.
Okay.
Angola and Mozambique. Yeah, I
What?
said it. Yeah, I said it.
Mm,
Yeah, I said it.
okay, okay. No,
Okay.
okay, okay.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
say Mozambique and
that's
Angola. I said Angola and Mozambique.
Yeah, I heard
Nigeria
it.
one, Angola two, Mozambique three.
That if that happens, that means all of the studying I've been doing of this game is wrong. Like I don't, all my analytics are wrong. Don't
No,
listen
but,
to
but
me.
listen, analytics, all this advanced analytics, all this stuff, whatever, is good. But then it's 40 minutes. Jump ball. Who wants it more? I'm
So
not.
are you saying that you think that Mozambique can beat Mali? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I'm not only saying they can beat. I'm saying they will beat. I'm telling you because you don't know who else is gonna go since it doesn't qualify for anything
Mhm.
anymore, right? You don't know. We don't know if the Sika Kones are gonna go. If you don't know, they might
She
go.
came. She came. She's always gone. So I don't know why she wouldn't come this time. She's got the
W.
international break.
Yeah, but isn't it WNBA season?
No,
No, are you
no, I,
sure?
I don't think so.
They play in the summer.
Yeah, but it's the same. I think it's the same schedule that it was the previous
Okay, let
2021,
me see. It's from
and she
July
was in. Sorry,
26th
2023.
July 26th, August 3rd, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
let me check WNBA season, WNBA 2025
so we're
season.
talking about.
It's,
Who you think the three teams that will be on the
No,
podium
no.
are? It doesn't matter the order.
Which
Who do you think?
which player?
oh, yeah,
Which
they
player
start
you
in
were talking
May.
about?
Oh, it's Sika Kone from Mali.
Yeah.
This is what happened last time in 2023. She came
That's
in
what I'm saying.
one day after the tournament started, and
Yes.
she played. They had another player sit on the bench and all that because she wasn't
Mhm.
sure she'd be coming. I had the impression because
Yes.
they had the
The-
12 women squad, and they had
mhm.
Asetu Sissoko, I think, sit out when Sika arrived. So she'll be coming. I'm sure she'll be around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my take.
It's still
Yeah.
till September 11th.
So it starts when and finishes when?
Starts May 16th till September 11th. And
Here's
then
here's why I think she'll still come because women's Eurobasket is in that same time frame, and the women are going to women's Eurobasket. So I think that there is an agreement between FIBA and WNBA to release players to play in these
they have a
because
break.
all
They
of
have
the
a break.
women's tournaments are in those
Yeah,
windows.
true. Let me see Eurobasket too. Yeah, Eurobasket this year is here in Germany too. Wait, Eurobasket 20 in a bunch of countries. Eurobasket 20.
Yeah, Germany,
Uh,
Italy, somewhere else and somewhere else.
yeah.
I feel like I should know that, and I don't. I'm going to it, and I don't know where I'm going.
And you're not coming to the
Let me see.
AfroBasket.
No, I am. I'm coming to women's AfroBasket, not men's, because I have America.
Yeah, but
Nicaragua, baby.
you're going to America for real?
You should
I mean,
be.
I want to go to under 19 World Cup. And then I want
I
to go
want
to
to. Where is that?
it's in Switzerland, Lausanne.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be like Cameroon's gonna play in the same
Yes.
group as the States. So it's gonna
I
be
was
yeah.
supposed to ask about that last week and I forgot. I'm gonna ask if I can go. I swear I
I
was supposed to
I
ask
talked
about
to
that.
Amari. I talked to Amari. I said, "Yo, let's
Oh yeah.
go."
What
He's
did
gonna
he
he's gonna
say?
he's gonna actually gonna be there.
Oh, is he?
He's gonna be in Lausanne. Yeah. So
Oh, okay. It's a party. Let's do
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I need a sponsor, so it's fine. Um, I'll hit up Amari. The beard. Who are your top three?
Yeah. I think Mali would be the one, in number one. I have a
Ooh,
soft spot for them because,
yeah.
yeah, I have soft, blah, 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 soft spots for Mali. Second, I'll have Nigeria. Oh, no.
Uh-oh,
Oh no.
you froze.
Oh, island problems.
I know. Island, and it's not like the Greek islands or anything. It's
No.
really, it's like motherland islands. Damn. Uh-oh.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Hopefully,
Mm.
hopefully.
In the meantime, um, who? Okay, we don't know who the rosters are, but if you had to name three players that you think will stand out in this Afro basket, based on qualifiers, based on the previous Afro baskets, who do you think it will be?
Um, like that's hypothetically speaking, if they,
Yes.
yeah, okay. But I would say Cassia Antonio, Angolan
Okay.
girl, plays for University of New Mexico Junior College, and she's gonna go to D1 now. Uh, if Sika Kone goes, obviously,
Yeah.
she's a star. Yeah, Sika Kone. I would say the MVP, the real MVP,
Who's the real?
Ingvild.
Oh my gosh. The thing
Ingvild.
the thing is Infield never disappoints.
I
That
know.
like she doesn't disappoint, but I think when you're going up against she gets lost in a sea of teams, if that makes sense.
True.
Because she's one person who's absolutely brilliant,
Yeah.
but then the team isn't as connected to her. So therefore, you go up against a Nigeria where you have four or five, six, seven, eight, nine
At the same
brilliant
level, more.
on
Yeah,
the
true.
same level.
Yeah, true, 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 true,
There's only so much you can do. You cannot be everywhere at once. I,
true.
I would say the same thing with Italy Lucas. She can't be everywhere at
I know.
once.
I know.
So it's and this is where Mali I think is a better team because you do have most of the players on the same level. Whether
True.
Sika Kone is in the WNBA or not, those girls have grown together. So they are
True.
on the same level.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
same thing you could argue about Senegal. Those women are on the same level. The problem is their level is not the same as everybody else's level.
Right.
Rwanda, they play in the same league week in, week out. Those girls, they're on the same page, the same level.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Sorry, the bid you froze. Who are your top five? Sorry, top three?
So, Mali, uh, Nigeria, and Senegal.
You you really believe in Senegal? Sorry, that sounds so rude.
So it's
Do you
basically
remember how?
you just changed the order, right? So the third went to first, the first went to second, and the second went to third.
Do you remember the comeback Senegal had in 2023? That was the
Yes.
worst start. Yeah,
Yeah.
the worst start ever. Okay, and then out of nowhere, they just appeared to like they learned how to play basketball again, and they made their way to the finals. Okay, that's why I'm not ruling them out. That's the only reason because they can always get you a good game on any given day.
Hmm. All
They can
right.
always.
We shall see. We shall see.
You know, one thing that I
unless
was thinking about today.
unless okay, shoot, Pedro.
No, I was like, there's those twin. They're not twins. They're sisters. Sabalu, the ones that they play for Germany, but they're Nigerian descent.
Oh
Imagine
no.
if they play for Nigerian. You know,
They're not going I don't think Nigeria needs any more weapons. Stop giving us ammunition.
no,
We've
but
got
for real.
enough.
Yeah. Yes, please, please. Some of the teams need to win. Come on.
We made the opener for the AfroBasket draw. You
Mhm.
can check it out on Facebook and Instagram. This is my work. Um, one of the things that we wanted to do was show the different winners from all of the AfroBaskets from the beginning till now. If you look at the video, it's basically just in that section Senegal and Nigeria.
Yeah,
There's a flash of
Angola.
Mali and Angola and Mozambique, but the rest of it just looks like back to back Senegal and Angola trophy lists. And I just think like next time we make the next one, we're just going to be adding another Nigeria to that trophy list. I'm just saying.
Well, hey, I can't say anything against it. You guys, like you the Angolan of women's basketball.
Thank you so much. That's a high compliment. I'll take that.
I
But I
mean,
think I also think coaches will be important this year. Like having a good coach in women's Afro basket, it means something.
Okay, speaking of that, let me explain you what happened to our situation. We
Okay.
hired we hired a coach that coaches under 16 in Spain, who had no idea about African basketball. They asked him, "Do you know any African basketball players?" "Oh no, we only know the ones that play in Spain." I mean, yeah, there's some, but the majority doesn't play. They don't play in Spain. You know, the guy had a blog. He was like, "Oh my god, they interviewed me today." Like he was this dude was happy because he was being interviewed. You know, and then we left the winner of the Angolan league. She became his assistant. No
That's
wonder they.
crazy to me. That is
Yeah,
crazy
come
to me.
on, he got 10. Listen, and then no one said anything about it. This dude was friends with the other dude that
Mhm.
coaches in Angola. They're on the opposite gender. And my question is like, come on, you used to coach U16, and now you're telling me
Mm.
you're gonna go and coach women, grown women, and then expect, because he landed or he didn't know anybody, da 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 da, and then yeah, no wonder we got 10th place. So now we got a legend as a coach, Coach Paulo
Oh, is
Monteiro.
she? So
No,
wait,
not,
did they take the? They didn't take the female
yeah,
coach, no?
no, she didn't win. It's kind of like, oh, actually, yeah, she did win. I don't know why. 'Cause it's still Coach. Now it's Coach Paulo Monteiro. Before he said we had a rule in Angola, it was like this: you win the league, you win the championship, you automatically become the national team coach. It was kind of like,
Oh,
yeah, it was kind of like unspoken like rule, whatever.
yeah.
But then, with this little guy, they used to coach, like the little, mini basket tournaments over there in Catalonia, whatever. So it just, no, but it's true. I was like, who is this dude? He was like a little like old guy that had no idea. It was just like it was paid vacation for him. Then he got 10th place, and then he posted like him in the swimming pool, whatever. It's just chilling, That's so that 10th place is a little asterisk, because you weren't meant to
It's a
be there.
it's a asterisk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But so this year we mean business.
Okay.
hopefully, because
Come on, we beat Mozambique. We needed to beat Mozambique by 7. We beat them by 7. That's how much it was.
uh,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you think that Mozambique will say, okay, that next time we'll meet again.
Yeah,
You can shoot your
exactly. Like,
praise.
No, but there was
Shoot
never
your praise.
there was kind of no, there was a little bit of they said that the Angolan bus wouldn't go. They had to walk to the bus was down, so they had to walk to the arena. There was a little bit of, yeah, they did a couple of accusations. They were like, but hey, all's fair in war in love and basketball. That's what they say.
hmm.
So what's next now for us?
I think we're
Well,
gonna talk about the BAL,
the
no?
BL, yeah. It's the Sahara Conference in 1 day's time, I guess.
Well,
tomorrow.
when you hear this, it will already have happened because it will be Monday.
True, true.
And the first games, we'll be having the first games and all that. So, four teams:
Mhm.
AS Ville de Dakar, US Monastir, Petro Luanda from Angola, and Creole Star from Cape Verde. So,
Mhm.
what are your bets? What are your stakes? What are your
Uh,
anecdotes and your rumors?
So before we get into that, I just want to give a quick overview of each team for those of you who don't know who these teams are, and you guys jump in and just correct me for all the mistakes I'm about to make. So Asville de Dakar. I was going to say ASC. They're from Senegal, the champions there. On their roster, the names that you should know are Makta Gaye. Um, he's a cutie, obviously. Haruna, Haruna. Obviously, I've been screaming his name since the start of this podcast. So if you don't know him by now, there's something actually wrong with you. Will Perry, who you should know, Will Perry was playing with Ferroviario for the longest time, and then when the BAL came in, he's a hot commodity. So he's moved around. He played with the Rivers Hoopers last season, and now he's here with Asville Dakar. I think that's going to strengthen up their point guard their point guard position, as well as they've got Alta Majok. We all know him, South Sudanese. And who else should you know? Oh, and Devin Ike, who was with the Rivers Hoopers, is now with Asville Dakar. And a Marcilla. So there's a few heavy hitters on that team that you should know. Moving on to Creo Star. So they are the team from Cape Verde. They came through the the road to BAL to qualify for BAL season 5. They had a couple new signings. I'm just going to check if they are on this roster. Mm, they're not, but the names you should know, obviously, Anderson Carrera, Joel Tavares, oh, sorry, Joel Almeida, uh, Ivan Almeida as well, the brothers. Gomes is also there. And then they had a signing from the States, and I cannot see his name right now. Oh, Patrick McGlynn, the sixth. What is it with the one and then the V, whatever that is?
The fourth.
For oh wow, I did not do Roman numerals at school. Okay, as well as Kenneth Mendez. I
Oh,
just made up a number. Tonte Do is there from
Antonio,
Angola.
no, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
there.
I see you.
He's there.
And Cameron Parker as well from USA. So they've bolstered up their team with some bigs. Obviously, they've got some good point guards. I will say their average age is 24, so they're a little bit older than the other teams. But it's a strong looking roster. Moving on to Pedro's favorite, Petro de la Wanda. Obviously, the Angolan champions. Their roster.
No, no, not only the Angolan champions. You got to
Oh,
say
sorry,
the
carry
whole
on.
thing. The
No,
BAL
oh,
champions.
sorry. Yes, sorry. And the current BAL
Current, yeah, yeah.
champions,
And the
they're looking
future
and
BAL champions.
they're looking to go back to back. The first team to ever do that in BAL
dreams are
history.
my reality.
So some names you should recognize on their roster. The Angolan players, Gilson Domingos. Pedro is going to correct me when I say all these names wrong. Yannick Morera, Childe Dondao. Love you, Childe. How you doing? And Abuka Gaku.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's very handsome. I need to learn how to say his name. And then some players that you should recognize. They signed Patrick Gardner, the Egypt national player. They've got Samson Mesibu, who's from Nigeria. They got a player from the Dominican, so I'm really excited to see him.
Rigo, yeah, he's a killer. He was at the World
Hmm.
Cup. Hey, listen, that kid is he's you'll see. You'll
I mean,
see.
he's calling him a kid. I just want everyone to know that man is 32 years old. He is not a kid.
He's a kid for me. I'm like twice his age almost. Not twice, but yeah. Yeah, but listen, and then they got a Nigerian kid.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
EJ. Oh,
Yeah,
listen.
EJ Osoke,
Listen, that kid,
26.
that kid, he is a high flyer. He is a
Okay.
high flyer. He will listen. I had people calling me saying, "Yo, he's like Zion. He's
Oh,
like Zion."
really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him play, so I'm interested to see
you
what he's going to
he's
bring.
like a big body, but
Mhm.
with bounce.
Okay.
With bounce. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, he reminds me. He's gonna fill up the role of that guy for next year, last year, Cummings. Like the Cummings, like the big, but he's like probably 10 years younger and more athletic. So he's a name to be. And then we got Clausio also. We got uh, Solo.
I was going to
Solo.
say,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, that's the name that you should all know. So
Solo.
he's
So yeah,
back.
yeah, he's back. And then he wants to. I would say the point guard, there's a three-headed monster that we have. We have Solo, we have Shield, and we have Jason Dominguez. You
Yeah,
know,
yes, it's strong in the point guard position. I will
true,
say
true,
that.
and they're all different. They all
Yeah,
complement each other, so that's a good thing. And
it
then we got
is.
a little kid named Eduardo Simão. This kid is gonna go places. Like
Mm,
he's a left. I found out for his coming out party was in U18. He's a
mm.
little kid with like he wears his little sleeve till here like Kobe, lefty. Oh Lord, that kid is like he plays the one and the two, so but he's still 20, so he got time. But
Yeah,
remember the name,
sweet
yeah.
baby angel.
Oh hell yeah.
And the final team to look at is US Monastir. They're coming back from Tunisia. They were the first BAL champions, and it's when the BAL was created. And on their roster, some names that you should know from Tunisia: Malbrook, obviously, Tunisia national. We've got Bendouni, and who else do I know? Lelani. No, I always say his name wrong.
Lahini,
Frez
Lahini,
Laini, right?
Lahini, yeah.
Yes. And then Mukhtar Goza as well. And Suleiman is back. At 44 years old, he's going for another title. That man don't quit. And in their international, the international players, they've got Babacar Sain, not South Sudan, sorry, Senegalese national. How you doing, Babacar? Looking good in your photo. I see you. And Deng
Come
Arkuth from South Sudan, and Patrick Hardy Jr. from the USA, as well as Andrew Idoji, which looks like a Nigerian name, from the USA as well, and Elbridge. So, what I can say is we know that the Tunisians are relentless. They're not going to come and have an easy game, but I don't know like how well every piece is going to gel together. They are the oldest team in the group. They average at age of 30, or let's say 31, because it's 30 point something. And Asvel Dakar are the youngest, with an average age of 26. So that's the rosters, so you kind of know who to look out for. I guess let's talk about it.
Babacar Sane is a killer, man. I love that
Said
kid.
it.
Yeah, he like NBA Academy. He was in the G League, and then he should be in the NBA soon. Oh
Mm.
yeah, if it develops a nice reliable jumper, it's over. Because he's one of the most athletic players. Our continent has not ever produced, but right now he's one of the most athletic. And then I would say, I would say, Petro, the experience they have,
Mm.
the core of the team has been playing together since they were like 16. You know,
I agree, but I also think this is not going to be an easy um conference. I was literally speaking to Amazing Amaya the other day, and we were talking about it. And he said that this conference is going to be the toughest one. Just looking at who's in it and the players that they've got, and the level of everybody now in season 5, everybody knows what the BAL is about.
true,
Everyone is very clear what you're coming here to do and how much work it is. And because you're playing some of the same teams, you know how to adjust. And we talked about it, systems. We know how to move, how to mark people, how to manage time on the court better than we did in season 1. Now you've got US Monastir and Petro de Luanda and Asvel Dakar, who have all played BAL more than once. So they know what it's about. Creole Star is new to the game, but their players are not new to this game.
true,
We're talking about players with an established history who, as well, have been playing together. Maybe not for as long, but they know each other.
true.
And I think this is going to be the conference where those players who connect, you're going to see that link up established, displayed, and executed on court.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I think that the strongest team will be the one with the best connection on the court. Yeah, that's
Mm.
the only plausible explanation or predictable future we can achieve here because you can have names, you can have so many names on the team, but if it don't click, if it don't uh, get along on the court, you can have any coach you want, any the best coach
Mhm.
around, and if he doesn't know how to conduct the team, to lead the team towards the same goal, you're doomed. And Petro Luanda, I mean, everyone's coming for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone's coming for you.
Feels
and
As
like
they
we're in a game
should,
of
as they
assassin.
should, for real. Yeah.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy to see them uh, go to
Qualify.
the playoffs. Yeah, I'll be
Mm.
happy to see them go to the playoffs. But I'll be happier if I see them qualify uh, with difficulties because that would
Mm.
mean that the level is rising. Every team has come with the aim of doing better than what they did the last time. I played Creole Star, for instance, is the first time, if I'm not wrong. So I'll be
Yes.
happy to see what Cape Verde has got in terms of basketball. They
Yeah.
showed it at the last World Cup. Now they need
Mhm.
to show it. I think they will show it. They showed it in the AfroBasket qualifiers. Now we need
Mhm.
to show that the clubs are following suit. So I'm making a bet on Creole Star at some point. I don't know when, but I'll get some money in them. Yeah.
And I think, and we've maybe discussed this a little bit before, what the BAL does really well is show federations what can be achieved with club basketball. And I think as the more the BAL progresses, the more people invest in club basketball. The more people want to go and see local clubs play. They want to
True.
buy the merchandise. They want to be a part of it because it isn't just a competition that's happening every 4 years or every 2 years. It's happening every year. And the best part of that is you go watch your team in the domestic league, they dominate, and now they're going to go and dominate on the continent. And you get to watch them play these teams from around Africa and match up and have to defend these different styles. And with Creo Star is exactly what you said. We've seen them at the national level. What can they do at club level? And maybe this timeout is not as successful, but it sets them up for the next one. And then for the next one, and then for the next one. The great thing about the road to BAL is it's giving different clubs opportunities to see what it's like to play at the highest level because some of them don't have that in their domestic league. To see what it's like to play under an organized situation where things run on time and there are different people to do different jobs, not one person having to do like 10 different things, where things are set up and you're treated like the star you are, because that's what you're doing. You are a star in your country. You should be treated so outside of your country as well. So the BAL gives us that. It gives us that star quality and that star power. And one of the things I will say is these rosters this year, especially, feel a lot more African focused than previous rosters. And we're sitting here talking about African stars that we've seen play, not just in their national team. We've seen them play at club level. We've seen them play at Road to BAL, at BAL. And we're talking about them because the BAL has given these teams and these players this opportunity. So I want to see that continue. I want to see more African players in these rosters from different countries talked about as stars. And the sky's the limit because now everybody, like you said, they're working together. They have to figure out that connection and make it work if they want to win this championship.
True. So who do you have? I mean, listen, I'm going to say um, IS Ville Dakar. It's they are forced to be reckoned with. You know, they're like the inside presence of Adelmajok and
Mm-hmm.
Makadge. It's
Mm-hmm.
like yeah,
It's
and
tough.
then and then because African basketball is going to be decided inside. There's a lot of pounding, a lot of, it's not like
Mm.
it's not a lot of finesse.
Mm.
Because you see the artists, you see the Mozarts and the Chopins, because it's like you can have like well, let's say last year was a guy Nick Faust. This
Mm.
year you're gonna have Haruna doing this thing. You have Kevin Amayo. So I don't think it's gonna be anyone going 6-0. No
No,
one's gonna
no,
no one's gonna go 6-0, and I don't think anyone's gonna go 0-6.
no. Yeah.
So it's a very. I mean, eh, to me, it's gonna be. I'm speaking. Also, like my heart speaks. Okay, I want Petro to be, but I'll be scared of ISV to that car. The
Mm,
roster they have, because Petro cannot go toe to toe with them on the inside. We have
no.
more now, and the Angolan team, the Angolan champion, has a lot more guard play.
Yeah.
But we the the, the Nigerian guy they got, EJ, that he can bang inside. He's like a really
Mm,
large body. He can bang inside, so he can play the four. Gaku is a stretch four. So we rely more on the outside shooting. They rely more on the dunking
the
on people. Yeah,
yeah. But I think what can't be discounted is US Monastir's basketball acumen, where
awesome.
they don't go inside and they don't have those heavy hitters. They
Yeah,
just play smart.
true.
They will move that ball and tire you out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
24 seconds, and then they make the shot and it's
yeah.
nothing but net.
True, true. Yeah.
And that's what you have to watch out for because these Tunisians, they don't play, man.
But can
They
they
know
run? Can
basketball.
they run with these athletes? Do they
But
have the athletes?
I don't. I mean, you could argue that, but the current AfroBasket champions are they not Tunisia?
Yeah,
So I think yes, they can run with the best of them. What they can do better though, and what has distinguished Tunisian basketball is they were the best 3-point shooting team in Africa consistently.
True.
So let's not play that Africa is just about who's faster or physically stronger in the key. It's about who plays smarter basketball.
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is where I think Creo Star is the one for me that I'm like, I'm not sure what they're bringing to the party.
Yeah, because they don't play together. That's another thing. This team, Ivan was playing in Italy, and
Mm.
okay, they do have the comfort of being it's basically it's Cape Verde with Antonio Doe and a couple of Americans. It is without Eddie Tavares, you know.
Stop.
So it is. It's a national team,
Yeah, I
you
know,
know.
but
So they play together. They've been playing together. But if we're gonna like the Tunisian team, that also is also Tunisia, right?
Mm.
Senegal, the Senegalese team is they
It's a
got
bit more mixed.
true, true, true. And then like they brought the stars, right? So they got to
Mm.
start. Aterma Jock is going to start. Will Perry is going to start. Aruna going to start. So
Of
who's going to be
course.
the other two?
But do you know what that means? It means to me that Asvel Dakar has a deeper bench
Oh, I have, yeah, absolutely.
because they yes the stars are starting, but the guys on the bench are not scrubs.
Yeah, true, true,
And
true,
and this is where I think Creole Star has a bit of a problem because you're gonna have your stars starting, but your bench isn't deep.
true,
You guys are gonna
true.
drown real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
And because I think also, even if they're the same age, I think unfortunately some of the Cape Verdean players are a little bit more worn out. Do you understand what I mean? As
yeah.
in
I got you.
they've played a lot more
Yeah,
basketball. So
true,
they're a lot more prone to injury. They're probably not going to go as hard in the paint. They're probably not going to chase down a fast break. Whereas Tunisia, they'll do that because they got young guys.
true,
Like
true, true.
if they even if the older guy, I don't see Silliman running. That's the thing though. Silliman, I've seen him run down a fast break and then block the shot.
Yeah, that
And
guy,
then
that
turn
guy.
around and tell you this is my house afterwards.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah,
So I'm not worried about them. I think Creo Star is the one who I'm worried about, which is a shame because I actually want to see them win.
I mean, we'll see. Their start tomorrow is going to be two. They got a Portuguese coach. I don't know what the coaching style is.
Mm.
Um, in I don't know. It's going to be. Is it going to be Ivan Almeida with the ball being like a point forward? Is it going to be? I don't know. I don't know. They got one of the most athletic guys. Anderson Correa is a monster.
Yeah,
I call him D Wade.
crazy.
That kid is,
He's so quick and
yeah,
like
yeah.
oh.
He's got like his instinct and his first step, and then he just
Mm.
goes and yeah, that kid is, I'm really listen. When Angola, when I went in the qualifying window when they qualified for the World Cup, I stopped by the hotel. And I was like, listen, it was. Can you imagine what they made? Like that, they made history. They qualified
Mm.
a small ass island to the biggest stage in basketball. you know.
Crazy.
And then with the same group, because Fidel Mendoza, I joked, I said, listen, Fidel, you should be there playing because he's still playing back home, you know.
Hmm.
You know, you can, yeah, but I got they listen, they have a I have a soft spot for that team also, you know. Like, yeah, it's Petro
What's the game that you're looking forward to? What? Well, actually, I think I know what it is.
tomorrow, yeah.
As for me, is Asville Dakar versus Petro de Luanda. I think that's the game I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, there's gonna be, and then
That's
because
yeah.
my jock is gonna have some scores to settle, you know.
If you don't know, he used to play for Petro,
I
guys.
know, and then he
Ah,
won. He won. I remember, like he blocked Yannick Moreira's sky hook, and I
Mm.
would say there was a goaltend. He blocked. No, no, but for real, my jock is a hell of he's a fighter. That kid is you know, and then so he's gonna have a score to settle. But then, yeah, it's gonna be like Will Perry and solo
Mm.
matchup, and then
That's
Will Perry,
crazy.
yeah, Will Perry and Shield, because there's no listen. Honestly, Shield is like literally unstoppable in a open run or like open
Yeah,
floor.
in open floor, you can't.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do. You have to
you know,
foul him.
and then he has some hang time. He does this and does this, and he
Mhm.
finishes whatever. So you're gonna have to go with your track shoes on. Put your track shoes. You're gonna,
Mm.
it's gonna be. But then
But
then we'll.
that's why you got Haruna. Haruna doesn't play. Like he'll go.
True,
He'll do
true,
it.
true, true,
And I think also on the other side, Patrick Gardner, Babacar Sane, they brought them because they're runners. They brought them because they're there to stop those fast breaks, slow the game down,
yeah,
and play at the pace that you want to play.
true, true.
I
Tunisia's
think
gonna slow you down. Tunisia's gonna
yes,
slow you down.
all day. It's
Yeah,
going to be technical basketball
yeah,
at
yeah,
its finest.
true.
And we're going to, those of you who like are students of the game, you're going to enjoy watching it. You're
Yeah,
going to enjoy watching the play develop and form. And then the celebration at the end, because they're just going to be like, okay, okay, okay. Oh, 5 seconds left. Four, three, two.
boom. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh,
yeah. True, true. That's that style. Yeah, true.
love it. Can't wait. The beard, what are you looking for? Looking forward to? Obviously, he's an island
well,
boy, so.
yeah. No, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing US Monastir all the games. No one to
Okay.
pinpoint. Maybe we one against Petro Rwanda because two champions,
Mm, that's a
some
good point.
sparks in the game. Yeah, but yeah, US Monastir has my heart on that one.
Oh,
See,
so
Sliman, we have the same beard, so
yeah,
yeah,
beard gang.
yeah.
So who do you think is not making out of the group for definite?
Ooh, Creole Star. Well, I'd
I'm
like
gonna
them
say
to.
Korea Star too. I'd like them, but
Creole
I think
Star.
Korea Star is the weak link.
Yeah, and third place would be difficult.
Third
Third
place
place
is
would
harder
be
to call.
uh, ah,
Uh
it's
oh.
open. I won't say anything. I'm not. I'm not betting
You're
on
not
that one.
committing.
Nah.
I'm gonna say third place. Unfortunately, Deji. I think it's gonna be Asville Dakar. I
So you have
I
Mona sit over them?
Yeah, I genuinely think their basketball acumen is going to break a lot of teams down. And by the time they figure it out, it's going to
It's
be
too
too
late.
late for
Yeah,
them. Yeah,
yeah.
because this group is going to rely on points difference. And by the time you figured out, oh, we need to win by X, da, 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 nah.
Okay. I hear you.
What about you?
Me is like um ISV de Dakar, Petro. Yeah.
Oh, you think Monastery is third?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
alrighty,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Mm.
And I'm
bearded
not saying
brothers.
Petro's gonna be second. I'm saying those two gonna go.
Mm.
Regardless of order, yeah.
Beard
Guys, make
gang,
sure
we
you
have some
watch
work to
the
do.
games. Make sure you're watching the games all this week, and we'll catch you up like next week and tell you if our predictions were right or not.
Yeah, and
All
it's
right, what
time
time is
for
it, the beard?
It's time for the quiz.
Okay. Let me get my
Uh,
paper.
and your Sharpies.
I have my Sharpie. It's always ready.
Oh, where are my questions?
Do you know what the problem is? Even though today is a head to head and I have confidence that I'll beat Pedro, the problem is the quiz master. Because the quiz master is going to be asking us some questions that I definitely don't know the answer to.
No,
And
there's nothing
I'm
that
going to
goes
be.
back to the 70s today.
You say that, but you're going
Yeah.
to ask me an obscure question. That's what the problem is. How many questions do we have today? Is it five?
Five
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
All right. I am ready, sir.
Yeah, I'm writing here. I, I forgot my iPad doesn't have any battery, so I'm just gonna write it here. I got my.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write it here.
Okay, great.
Unlikely story. Okay, I'm ready.
To-do. Are you ready, Pedro?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Which country? So do you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Clearly.
yes. I'm listening attentively.
Okay. Which country won the most men's AfroBasket titles between 2001 and 2021?
Damn, that's a good
Okay.
question.
Okay. 2001 and 21.
I'm ready.
It's a trick question. It's a trick
So
question.
it's a trick
I think.
question.
Yeah, I think it's a
And do you
trick
want to know
question.
how I know the answer to this? This week, I have been working on the legends for the AfroBasket draw, and one of them happens to be from this country.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm ready.
Five.
Whoa, that's a different
Four.
answer to mine.
No, wait, what was the countdown?
Oh, sorry.
Because I think it's a trick question. I think he knows it's not Angola. That's why he said it.
No, but Angola's only
Uh,
won twice.
Angola won six
No, sorry.
titles. So
I mean, Tunisia's only won twice. What are you talking about?
Oh
yeah, Angola won six titles.
Yeah, they got Swish.
Yeah,
2001, 2003,
yeah.
2006,
Oh Lord.
2009. Damn. I I know AfroBasket.
2005.
Two,
Yeah,
yes,
you're wrong. You're
2005.
still
And
wrong.
2013, 13.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
13. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I'm so okay. I think yeah, true. I thought it was a trick question. I was gonna put Angola. I thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's only
And
been Tunisia, Nigeria, and Senegal in between those wins, if I've got that
True,
correct.
true. Oh, come on, man. Shame on me.
that's
You got
someone
an
who wants
Angola
Angola
question
to
wrong.
win.
I
I
know, but I
know.
thought it was a trick question. That's why I was like, okay. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
Desculpa, Angola. Desculpa.
Question number two: how many times did Nigeria and Senegal clash in the women's AfroBasket finals?
All time.
Uh,
Okay.
just
Okay.
okay. Give me a second. Uh,
Okay, I think I know.
mm,
Now I think that's a trick question because I feel like no, because then Senegal won that, but I don't know if it was against Nigeria.
No, it's not about who won. It's just
How many times? Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm trying to do it in chronological order.
Oh.
And I think there's a year. So it was like, in my mind, it goes Nigeria, Senegal, Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. But I can't remember if it's three Nigerias or four Nigerias after the Senegal win. Okay, I've got my answer. We'll see how it goes.
okay, so what do you have?
Are you not counting down? Oh, okay.
Oh, show your answers.
Ooh.
Pedro,
Ah,
you're
damn it.
right.
No, I
You're
knew
right.
it. I knew it.
So
I knew
I
it.
should have two points already, but
Ah.
okay, we're
Was
back. We're
was
back
I
in the race.
was I was I right in thinking it went Nigeria, then Senegal, then Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. Sorry, as in Nigeria versus Senegal, Senegal versus someone else, then Nigeria, Senegal, Nigeria, Senegal, Nigeria, Senegal.
Now there was Nigeria Mali in 2021.
Ah, okay. Damn
Okay, we're
it.
back. We're back in the race. Let's go. Don't call it a comeback. We never left. We never left. We're here.
He definitely left,
Woo!
and he left Angola behind.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta go to church tomorrow.
Okay, question number
All
3.
right.
Apart from Mali, which other team beat Senegal in the group phase at the 2023 Women's AfroBasket?
Damn.
Oh,
Okay, just a second. That's it. That's your jingle.
apart from Mali.
I'm not sure about this, but this is what I'm gonna put.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dude, wait for the countdown. Jeez.
Pedro,
Damn it.
come on. I'm not done yet. The point goes to OG.
Oh, this is.
Oh,
Oh.
this is actually my heart is going very fast.
Okay, I got. Hey, now.
Mhm,
So leaving
mhm.
the
I gotta.
race.
I gotta get the next two. I gotta get the next two. It's all good. Gotta get
I
the
need to
next two.
secure one more.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
fuck. It
I'm
was
breathing.
my
Just breathe.
first. Ah, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
so
Ooh.
question number 4. How many times was Miguel Lutonda awarded the men's AfroBasket MVP title?
I really love my job because of this job, I know the answers to a lot of these questions. Unless I read it wrong, I think I know the answer.
Mm,
I'm done.
Oh, I'm done too. Sorry.
okay, show your
Are
answers.
you gonna
Shoot,
count?
shoot.
Okay.
No, I'm not counting.
Papa tá ao telefone, papa tá aqui. O quê? Tá bom, vão.
Yeah.
Sim, sim. Fecha, 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 fecha. Sorry, they came here to ask me something.
It's okay.
Okay,
Sure.
Okay.
I think I'm wrong. I think it's. I might. Fecha. There
I'm
you
ready.
go.
Shoot, Ali, shoot. Come on, shoot. Shoot. Kill me.
Oh, we
Okay,
got
you
the
each
same.
get,
Yeah.
yeah, you each get the
Wrong,
point.
right?
No, it's
Okay,
I
correct.
knew
okay.
it.
Because I thought it was Kikash. I thought Kikash won 2, and then okay, Lutona won 2 also. So okay,
Ooh,
we're
it's
shooting for the
3-2.
3-2. We're shooting for the
And
tie. If we
oh
tie,
my gosh,
there's a bonus question. We both win.
Uh,
there
it's
should be a
there's
bonus question.
Because come on, how can I
that's
lose
okay.
on?
You want you
Oh,
want the bonus question?
no. We
No, no,
still
no, no, no.
we
We
still
still
want
got.
more. If we
If I get
tie,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
last one,
Yeah.
then I win.
Okay.
I'm so excited and I'm nervous. He's just
You,
clicking. You're
I'm
so
sure.
African.
I'm sure you'll both hate me after that.
Oh
Promise.
no.
1912.
When when did Madagascar host the women's
Oh
AfroBasket for
Lord.
the last time? Yeah, you're gonna hate me. They're
Okay.
gonna hate me.
But which? Like,
The women's
uh,
Afro basket for the last time. I just got to pick it. Afro baskets are always on an odd year. I know that as a number. Julio
Yeah.
told me that. So there's that.
Who told you
It's
that?
not going to be in Julio. He told me Afro basket women's are always in an odd number.
Julio?
Yeah.
okay,
Is he wrong?
I'm just
No,
gonna.
no, no. He's right.
Okay. Wait. Don't. Okay. It's going to be during a time when there was
Uh,
color TV.
yeah, sure. Come on.
Um. All
I
right.
mean,
I'm just going to pick a year.
I'm just gonna.
Hmm. All right. Okay.
5, 4,
Oh, I think you're right.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you are both wrong.
Oh, I lost.
Oh.
I
Was it?
lost.
When was it? Was it 2013? No, it wasn't.
2009.
Oh,
Well, since I was closer, do I get a point?
no, no, that's not how
No.
this works.
So you
Hey,
want
I
you
I
We need.
lost.
We need. Oh no, I won!
but
Yeah, you
Oh my
won.
gosh, I won! I won!
I lost. I lost.
I would just I would like to thank my manager Arnaud for making me work on the AfroBasket draws and making me do all this research late into the night. So I actually knew the answers to these questions. I also want to thank FIBA Africa for having AfroBasket draws that I have to work on. I want to thank Jonathan for the questions. I actually want to thank Marcel and Deji for not turning up today because that gave me a win. And I want to thank my co-host for getting the answers wrong. Thanks so
Oh my
much.
god! That and then listen, the one that I lost because of not knowing that Angola. Oh my god! Lucy, cut that out, please.
No,
no,
Lucy.
no, let's see, don't. We need to
Shame.
wear our
Shame.
we need to wear
Shame.
our losses with pride. We're
I,
Africans,
Where
we're
I
proud
thought it was a
people.
trick question. I thought it was a trick question. It was like, okay,
I'm
this
gonna
dude's
put
gonna,
that on a
yeah.
t-shirt.
It was kind of like,
Wear your loss with pride.
Yeah.
oh my goodness, hey, I
Oh, that
lost. I
was
lost.
brilliant.
Hey, got him. Respect.
Chill day. I'm a winner. Call me.
FIBA connection.
Oh, whoa.
FIBA connection. Come on,
Oh.
this. It's not. Listen,
How
she
is it a
knows
FIBA connection? How?
because you got the answers to the test.
No, I didn't. I did my research. I did my homework.
And coincidentally, it's gonna
Mhm.
be the same questions that you. Oh Lord.
I generally thought he was going to throw some stuff I didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
When he said Lutonda, I literally had a conversation about Lutonda this afternoon.
Oh,
So I was like, "There's no way I can get this question wrong."
see, I'm like, listen, I'm getting these. Listen, this loss was like, okay,
But do you know
we
when
touched.
Lutonda was MVP?
No.
I would, yeah, it was like 2000. Wait, because
Oh,
it was
when 20,
Yeah.
2013 and
no 2013. It didn't. It
No,
wasn't.
you're
no
li- you're
It was
dumb.
Murais.
2011,
20
2011
No.
or
2013 was
29.
Carlos Murais
Oh my gosh. So 2009 maybe?
No.
No,
because it was
or
Kika. Lutonda was
2003.
earlier. I think it was earlier because
Yeah, it was
Luton, and then it
early.
was.
It was
2003,
2001.
2001.
Yeah. Yeah, 2001, 2003.
And why is it gonna go
Yeah.
now every 4 years? It's over now. Now it's some
Wasn't
kids
it
are gonna.
always every four
No, it
years?
was 2 years. Now it's 4 years.
It was 2 years before.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
why
I didn't
Angola
know that.
won so many because it was, yeah.
Oh.
Now, like this. Listen, I think Angelo Vitoriano had 8. He won 8. Okay, man. Now it's
Mm.
impossible. How are you going to play 8? Now it's kind of like playing the soccer, the football World Cup.
Mm.
Every
World
four
Cup, yeah.
years. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah,
Maybe they made room for African. That was the point. Because
Yeah.
African
That,
is every 4 years, but on the alternate.
yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
that's what Marcel explained the other time, one time, some time back. He asked,
Mm.
he explained that every 2 years there's a competition for the men, and so it doesn't affect the World Cup, the Olympics, the AfroBasket, the AfroCan, and all that. So yeah.
But there's one question, like why is there a need to do this? Because in the other continent, I don't think in Europe there's such competition with only local players. So let's right.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that that's a FIBA Africa thing. Like they wanted to showcase local players because they feel like AfroBasket is full of foreigners, which I don't think is true. I don't think it's full of foreigners. I When they say foreigners, what I think they mean is it's full of people
Not
that
that, yeah, they don't play in the continent.
they don't play on the
On
continent,
the
but they're
continent.
still African. And I think they wanted to showcase players
Local
who play
talent.
on the continent. But
Okay,
then
gotcha.
my argument would be, but you have club basketball. That's
True.
the that's the whole
True.
point. So
Yeah.
just make club basketball better, and then maybe you don't need African.
Yeah. And is there an equivalent for Afrocan on the women's side?
No, there
So,
isn't. Which
so
doesn't make, so to
I
me
know.
it's like, is there a real competition if there isn't one for the women? Like,
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, one of those things that we always gonna why there's
Well, when the recording's over, I'll tell you a secret.
oh, okay. So we
okay. You
should,
got
let's get to the end.
Yeah. So it's time for us to we're heading to the final thoughts, right?
Yes.
I had my how do you say that? My running order. Mm, so we're now out for the closing. Okay. Uh, to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Please support us. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Subscribe. If you don't like what you're hearing, just say it in the comments. We'll be happy to adjust accordingly. And that's because we love basketball, so we were taking critics on the right side, you know. And for the final thoughts, I'd like you, OG, to give into your final thoughts since
Oh, it's
Chelo is
not
not
me.
here. Hey,
no.
Oh,
it
it's
was
gonna,
it
Me.
was.
it's P
Yeah,
Funk.
Oh,
P
me
Funk.
today.
sorry. Oh, P-Fuck,
You
sorry. I'm
already gave
sorry.
her the win. You already gave her the win. Now you want to give and you want to silence me, Lord, man.
Not silence you. That's hilarious.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
sorry,
This is like
sorry.
I'm just joking. No, I was thinking about something. Is I don't want to go and then start this, but I just want you to think with me.
Mhm.
Um, you see more and more cases of American-born players playing for African like national teams. You
Okay.
know, is it because of okay they can play in Europe as non-import players? They're going to go with Cotonou in France and in Spain, but shouldn't FIBA be a little bit more in a way? Because they don't. I don't think they understand. Like some of these guys have no ties to the country
Mhm.
at all, and then you go and you deny the Agumake sisters to play for Nigeria. So where, like,
Mhm.
what's the double standard? How can you allow Ish Wainwright, like or that kid from what's the guy the point guard, that plays in Spain, the one with braids. I forgot his name.
From
Uh,
which country?
he's from Guinea.
Oh, Shannon
The
Evans.
Shannon Evans.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Despite besides a hypothetical qualifier or training camp, was he even one time in Guinea? Or the other kid like Brandon Davis. So
Mm.
shouldn't FIBA allow, let's say, because they denied Ater Majok to playing for South
South
Sudan.
Sudan.
You know,
Hmm.
they denied him. He's from there. So my,
Mm.
my question is, when is there a double standard on how certain zones are perceived? Like, okay, what does it bring to the game? Such and such player playing for an African country. I was surprised they allowed Betinho to play for Cape Verde.
Mm.
João Gomes he played for Portugal, the EuroLeague, the EuroBasket, two of them actually, and then he played for Cape Verde. He qualified Cape Verde to the World Cup. So my question is, João Betinho Gomes, number I think he's 15. Yeah, he played for Portugal before. He's a Cape Verdean. They immigrated to Portugal. Played for Portugal in two Eurobaskets, and now he played for Cape Verde. And he's still playing for Cape Verde. So this is a
Mm.
a success story. Somebody that gave back he's given back to his country. So shouldn't is there a double standard? That's what
Mm.
I want to go in and next episode talk about it.
Nice. It's a
Very
good
good question.
question. Mm.
And now the
It's
end
time to
is
say
near.
goodbye.
Time to. Now I want to sing. Okay, guys. So see you next week. It was a pleasure hosting the today's episode. And like I said, just once again, like, subscribe, rate, review us. We need to hear from you. We'd like to hear from you. And till then, keep bowling.
I want a rematch.
Okay. I'll see you next week, bro. I'll see you next week.